Okay, so we have one more story by Conscious Ad 1963. Am I the asshole? I want my partner to come to a family dinner and he thinks I'm selfish for wanting him there. I have a family dinner with my dad, sister, our partners, and kids for Father's Day. Not on Father's Day itself. I told my partner about it and he said, why would I be going if it's your family? I said, I'd like him to be there. He said he wouldn't have anything to talk about, and then said it would also be nice if he could come to help out with the kids, since otherwise I'd spend the whole time chasing after them and I wouldn't get much time with my dad. He then accused me of only wanting him to babysit and that he'd spend the whole time dealing with all the kids. I said it's not that I wouldn't be helping too. He wouldn't have to put in all the effort. He said if I wanted the time with my dad, it would make more sense for him to just stay home with the kids. I said, okay, then, thinking he was making a nice offer for my dad on Father's Day. Only then he says, you agreed pretty quickly, so you do just want me to babysit. I tried to re-explain, but he just kept accusing me of being selfish and only wanting him there as a babysitter. Our kids are 6 and 3, and they have autism and ADHD, and they often try to run away once they are bored, and it's a big effort to go out with them. My partner won't go out with both of them alone because of the effort they take. We are going to a restaurant which has a fenced-in playgrounds for this reason. Am I the asshole? What's your take?
What's your take?
Okay. If it was us, I mean, it's our kids, right? So, I mean, of course I'd help to watch my kids. And if it's your dad, you want to spend time with your dad. Not that I don't like hanging out with your dad, but, you know, I
don't get it. Why he have to make a big fuss by claiming it, oh, you want me there as a babysitter. Mm-hmm. Because you're a team. There's no such thing as like, oh, I want you there as a babysitter. You know, it's...
I have a feeling from the husband's perspective is like, this doesn't sound like it's going to be fun. So I don't want to go. You know?
But what fun does he want? Like taking care of the kids, it's always something that it's parents' code, you know?
I think he just feels like, oh, I'm like, the only reason I'm going is to watch the kids.
So or is it because he doesn't want to spend time with her dad?
I think maybe he feels offended in that, like, I'm only being invited because you want me to take care of the kids. But at the same time, so, okay, if I would rephrase it, if I can, like, restructure the husband's mind, it's kind of like, if I was restructuring it for the husband's mind, it would be that your wife wants to go spend time with her father for Father's Day, which is understandable. And the father probably wants the kids to be there, see the grandkids, and it's not easy. So don't you want to support your wife and help her, you know, do that? And I feel like when you structure it that way as like a, hey, let's go team, you know, it doesn't seem like there should be an issue. But I think, I mean, I don't know how difficult it is to raise their kids because you don't know how the autism, right? And ADHD.
Yeah.
And you don't know how severe and how difficult it is. So maybe the dad just kind of like, I'm so exhausted taking care of these kids. And maybe he feels like, hey, if you take the kids and go see the dad, maybe this is my chance for like quiet time at home or like, you know, to do my own thing.
I just thought about it that maybe for him, it might be easier if she just went to spend time with her dad, just her, and then he take care of the kids at home. You know, that in their own space, and they know, and he knows, like, so he can just manage. It's easier to manage when they're at their home rather than like pack everything, go to their parents' house or her parents' house, and you know, like taking care of the kids. So maybe he's trying to say like it would be better if you just go and I'm like at home with the kids at our place. But I was just thinking that we don't understand or we don't know how difficult it would be for, maybe it is also coming from like all the frustration that he had, and then he just exploded because of this tiny ask.
But I think he suggested like what if I just stay home and watch the kids as a test to see that like, do you even want me like me or the kids there, or are you just like, if you can get rid of me and the kids, you know, like if I can just take care of the kids, or are you just looking for someone to like manage the kids, which is he was testing her, and I feel like she agreed to it. But I don't think it was the fact that she didn't want the kids and the husband there. I think she's just like, well, I think the main priority is my dad, spending time with my dad. So if that's the case, then maybe that's the best outcome. But he took it as a way of like, kind of like, see, you don't even want me there. You just want me to, as a, you know.
I think she probably also thought that it's Father's Day. So probably like her dad might want to also see the kids, grandkids, you know. So that's why, like, why not bringing them? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should. And then sometimes, I don't know. I mean, dealing with bringing kids around is just difficult sometimes, but at the same time, it's like they should see their grandpa. And so,
I would understand sometimes that I would have lunch with my girlfriends, and some of them already have kids, you know, and then we like, oh my god, I want to see your baby, because, you know, it's a chance for us to see. But a few of my friends who are also saying like, no, this time I'll go by myself, because if the kid is around, we won't be able to talk, and she wouldn't be able to enjoy the time with us. So like, I think maybe it's better for like her as well, just to actually ask him that, hey, I want to go see my dad. It would be nice if you guys are going to, but I know that it's a hassle that we need to go, and then, you know, like many things. Would it be better? I would want you to join and the kids, because it's Father's Day, but I also want my time with my dad. What do you think?
What do I think?
No. I mean, like,
yeah. I don't know. I think I'm a little bit. My point of view is a little bit different, because, I mean, even though I'm in my like 30s, I'm always been. Ooh, actually, this sounds bad, but I'm always the guy that hangs out with the kids. So, like, when I do like family events, I'm always like, I don't know. I always like hanging out with the kids.
Yeah.
Maybe I still view myself as one of the kids. And sometimes every once in a while they're like, no, like, come sit with us at the, you know, big table. I'm like, oh, whoa. But yeah. And then, so I don't know. I feel like if I had to take care of kids and like we're going to visit your dad, like, I'm like, yeah, I'll hang out with the kids while you guys do your thing. But maybe I'm weird.
No, it's not. I think maybe they are going through a lot. So it just that rocky, bumpy road that they're going through. So I don't think it's a big deal or a big fuss, but it's just one of those days that it wasn't the right day for her to ask, maybe, you know, and he's like maybe low patient. Yeah. But I don't think that it's such a big deal.
Oh, yeah. When I first read this, I was like pretty like, oh wow, the husband's being an asshole, but you seem very like understanding, which is nice.
Yeah.
So sweet.
No, but
sweet.
I think that
good.
it just, you know, like sometimes, because I think you also, I think sometimes you also want to be like daddy's girl, you know?
Me?
No, me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like you want to also be daddy girls, but you also like have responsibility as a mom. I'm not pregnant, by the way, but I mean, you're also responsible as a mom, you know, that like, oh, I have my kids, I want to bring my kids too. But it's also Father's Day that, oh, maybe we should do this as a joint, like, party or a gathering that celebrating her dad and also the husband. So the husband can also spend time with the kids.
True.
Maybe. So maybe, you know, but I mean, I think he just not up for it that day.
But she also said that they're going to a restaurant with like a cage, not cage, but like a penned off area for the kids, like a play area.
As you say, usually, if they are going, right? Not that day. Like my partner won't go out.
We are going to a restaurant which has a fenced-in playground for this reason. So I think they chose a restaurant to go to.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I guess also like if the husband is taking care of the kids, then he's going to be in that play area too, also kind of separate. Maybe this happens a lot. Maybe every like family get together, he's the one that's like kind of like expected to like take care of the kids while the wife is, relaxing or something like that. So it could be like there's more to the story, like a history to the story that we know, or maybe his father-in-law is racist. I don't know. Okay, let's see the comments. But I really like your perspective. I think you changed my mind a little bit, quite a bit.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so yeah, I think a lot of people initially reacted like me. So the first person, DPCT107, said, "Not the asshole, your partner is the asshole. Sounds to me like he doesn't want to be a family. Has he even introduced you and your kids to his parents?" And then the wife, or the original post said, "We've been together for over 10 years. His family comes and stays with us when they are in the state, and he has come to plenty of family things before now." And then the commenter replied that this is key information for your original post that she should have added, and I think the OP said she edited to the original story. Then another one says, "He's the selfish one. If he can't support you for one day so that you can have some quality time with your father, that speaks volumes." But then they took it back and they said, "So the post has been edited to say that he's the father. Initially, it reads as these were your children's only. This makes it even worse. He's refusing to go out alone with his own children. He leaves all the heavy lifting to you. This is so selfish." Also referring to caring for his own children as babysitting says a lot. But yeah, I think this really reflects kind of my initial feelings. But you're right. I think there's not enough information. Yeah.
Oh, she replied on something.
Okay, so she said, so someone, Thin Biscotti, said, "Am I understanding this correctly? You guys picked this restaurant for the sake of the kids, then you want to leave the kids at home? Question mark. She said, "I picked it because of the kids, yes. He rarely makes that kind of offer, so I thought he must have wanted me to get a chance to relax and the time with my dad. My main preference was him and the kids to come, not just me and kids or just me. If I wanted to go without the kids, I'd have picked when they are at school and daycare." And then the commenter just replied, "Okay."
Full stop.
Full stop, yeah. Yeah, so I think a lot of people are hammering the OP about, or not hammering, but saying that the husband's an a-hole. But yeah, I think
she said like so she comment in one of the
reply.
"I will consider your judge." Should I read from the top?
You want to read the comment before?
Yeah.
Sure. Ooh, that one says, "You're the asshole" to the mom. Okay.
So one comment from Aggressive Mind 2085. "You the asshole. Focus on him. He is the dad of your kids. Would you be fine if Mother's Day were him going to his mom with you home alone with the kids?" And the poster replied, "I will consider your judgment, thanks, but to clarify, this dinner from my father is not on Father's Day itself. The staying at home part was also his suggestion, not mine. I wanted us to go as a family. In the same circumstances reversed, yes, I would have gone with him or stayed home with the kids for him. I might have felt left out in the latter option, but that was his offer." So the commenter replied, "If there was a separate Father's Day event for your partner, then you're fine. You might wish to edit the story to clarify that."
Oh, it seems like the poster is kind of getting burned a little. But yeah, you know what? You also put that perspective is that it was also Father's Day, maybe not Father's Day, but it's at around that time, and maybe the husband is also feeling like, what about me? Yeah, like you're right. He is the father too. It's also his day in a sense.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't go on Father's Day. But I think the whole point for her, I think she just need to make her mind a bit. But in general sense, what we've been reading from the comment is that she wants to go as a family.
Yeah.
And she also wants to do both things. Like she wants to go as a family, and she also wants to be able to get like a bit of time with her dad. So him being there, taking care of the kid from like a gap between gaps, so she can have that time to be with her dad too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's just one of those days that maybe the husband is not on the high day.
Yeah, doing well. Yeah, I mean, I can understand the husband's feelings now. I definitely empathize with him more. But yeah, but at the same time, it's. I mean, do they say the age? Do they say their ages?
6 and 3. The
No,
kids.
the partners.
No.
I mean, if they have kids, they're probably in at least 20s or 30s.
Yeah.
But
But I mean, kids with autism and ADHD, I
Yeah.
don't think I think it's not easy.
yeah, for sure.
So I think there's a lot of frustrations and yeah, so I don't know. I think I need more context.
Yeah, I think I've been reading a lot of stories about just random, like about people getting cancer and dying when they're young, and it made me feel like, oh, my parents are, it's quite precious, our time with our parents. So I think that's why I'm empathizing with the wife, because I'm just kind of like, it's important that time you have with your parents. They said that I saw some IG story that says like you only get like 19 years with your kids. The first 18 years you get with your kids, and then the last year is like spread out, like, because like, yeah, if I only see my parents like twice a year,
okay.
imagine if I only see if I only go back to the States, once or twice a year for a week or 2 weeks at a time, then I'm only seeing my parents for like maybe let's say 3 weeks a year. And then if my parents only live for like 20, 30 more years, that's 30 weeks. No, 60 weeks or
like a year.
Or like a year.
Oh wow.
And like you don't think about, you feel like, oh, I have 30 years left with my parents, but actually it's like, no, you're only gonna be with them for like.
I think we need to save up
and go back more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my parents to retire here. But anyways, off subject. Yeah. So, anyways, family's important. Love your family, but at the same time, when you're getting married, you're also starting your own family. So it's also, I think it's, you have to take care of yourselves and your partners, because those are the people that are supporting you every day, day in, day out. So definitely always have your partner's back. I think for usually, I was gonna fist bump, and then
we can do that.
And then the ring, but also parents can be difficult because your in-laws is it's like a hidden surprise. You don't really know what your in-laws are gonna be like when you're initially dating someone, when you're first, and then sometimes when you fall in love with someone, it's too late, and then you meet the in-laws and you get lucky, or sometimes they're racist. So yeah.
Opposite from lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it takes two.
It takes two. Yeah, that's a fun game. Yeah, so that's our episode. You can see our setup is a bit different. We're testing out different setups because next week we'll be having our first surprise guests next week. Or, yeah, next episode.
Super excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. More gadgets to work out. Yeah. So let us know what you think. Comment on our YouTube channel, Instagram. I have questions on our Spotify now that you can answer as well. And if you have any stories or topics that you'd like us to talk about or discuss, you can comment. You can email us at contactyoulooklovelytoday@gmail.com. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Toodles.
Toodles.